What's up, my people? Hey, 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 hey. It's your girl, Yumina LaJean. Welcome to the Red Light Special Live. We have the hot topics. We keep it cute with relationships and, relationship tips and things. Just talk about sex, love, and relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for the Red Light Special Live. We like to keep it cute. We like to keep it sassy and funky and all them things. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. But before I get all into it, y'all already know, let me bring up my co-host. I have actress and activist, Miss Trina B. Real.
Hi, darling. Hi. Welcome. It's Wednesday. I look forward to this day.
Hey, cheers to you, my dear. Cheers.
Yes, wind down. They say it's hump day. I say it's wind down Wednesday.
Wind down Wednesday. I heard that. Now we have our director and choreographer, Mr. Apollo Sadiq, aka Ghetto Stiletto, Mr. Ghetto Stiletto himself.
Hey y'all, hey, what's going on? What's up, Red Light Special World? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling today? Y'all feeling good? Y'all looking good?
Yes, welcome to our bedrooms, darling. Welcome. If you never get in here personally, at least you get a glimpse in.
That part.
So what's good, y'all? How you doing over there on the East Coast, Miss Trina girl? What's the tea?
Well, let me tell you, I will always forever be grateful. Every day I wake up above ground is a beautiful, delightful day. As a person of being, and when you learn to live in a being, even in your bad days are good days, darling.
All right now.
That is very
now say that like Maya Angelou would.
Even your bad days are your good days, darling. You just have to know how to learn to get in it and listen.
Get it and
put that on a plaque and put it on the wall.
Yes,
somebody's
darling.
wall.
Even your bad days are your good days, because there's a lesson to be learned.
Right.
There's a lesson to be learned in whatever it is, whether it's good, loving, or bad. It's for us to grow, right? So, as a person, as I start to live and I'm starting to embrace life and like learning to just be and what that looks like. And, that's why a lot of people leave religions alone, right? And they start being Buddhists and other kind of spiritual connections because they want to get out of the normal way of, I got to do it that way to succeed, because that's not life. Like what your way might not be the way for the one that is woke and a walker. Right? There are some people that are woke and they just stay woke and they woke in their own world. But we are woke walkers. We are here to share. We're here to elevate as creators, and we share it through the things that we do. I do it through my comedy and my my theater and film. You do it through dance, theater, and film. We all have ways that we are sharing something of growth because we're willing to give something that makes us feel good to show someone else how they can feel good.
I heard that, girl. You over here, you giving it to us today, huh? You letting
I
us.
think it's the locks, darling. I think the locks are doing some extra growing on me,
Oh yeah, the locks always do a little extra too.
I was already woke, but you get the locks, you just feel like, I'm Mother Earth and I'm all about the Earth symbols,
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling over there, Apollo? How you feeling over there right now? With the
I'm feeling good. Y'all see my liquid therapy wine glass attached to the bottom.
Okay, that's cute.
Yeah, bitch. Why waste time pouring when you could just pour?
Okay. Okay, right? That's cute. I said I was going to come with natural beat tonight. We were doing the red light district, and we were talking about some hot and steamy, so I didn't want to sweat off my makeup.
Ooh, don't sweat off her makeup. So
I said I'm going to come barefaced because we talking about some hot topics.
Oh yeah, you already know what it be, with us, All I want to say is that, I want to share love. I know it's hump day. Everybody like to do a little hump, rest in peace to Shock G. Humpty. Yes. You know what I mean? I know that we spoke about DMX. We want to rest in peace to him. I know you was up in New York. I know with DMX's funeral, that woof, woof, woof. All the Rough Riders, the bikers. Did you go to the Barclay?
Well, no, I wasn't here for that. I did watch it via television, parts of it. I I also, I was able to be privileged to have the, to see him, meet him, be at a concert of DMX. So I actually just wanted to remember, you know what I mean? That part, like, cause I feel like these three deaths we've had in this last month have been very hard, right? We lost 3 great individuals, like boom, 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 right? So I haven't really been able to digest from DMX to Lil Rob to Shock G. It's like, wow. Mm-hmm. But it also lets you it's sad for me because it's me working in the hip hop industry and knowing all these great individuals, and I've said it time and time again, people don't show you how much they love you until you're gone. And I'm quite sure if DMX had known, or anybody, half of the people that, all the people that, when Shock G died, reached out and said how much to hip hop, like had y'all let him or reach back and try to contribute to help him, you know what I'm saying? Make his life a little easier. But nobody ever thinks to reach back. And that's why I am creating a program to reach back for those artists and creatives in the entertainment, because they need a lot of help. Like, you might be hot in the 90s and then you fall off and then they forget about you. And that's the sad thing about, the industry, whether it's film or television, right? You're only good at your last you're only good at your last movie, you're only good at your last hit. And we as people need to get better.
Yeah.
Azealia Banks made a statement about that after DMX died, which was very that's what she said. She was like, I'm trying to say how she put it. She was like, I guess Becky or Karen or Catherine or whatever, Kathy. Basically, Kathy works, I guess, in HR marketing, right? Mm-hmm. At the label. And Kathy has a family. She has, a husband and kids. And guess who gets health insurance? Kathy does. So if Kathy's going through something mental or she needs to see a specialist, Kathy can go to a specialist because she has insurance. Now, the artists, when they need to see a specialist, even if they have money, they don't got insurance. And there's no one to
make that a priority. No one to make that a priority. Like, there should be someone to intervene at some point on your behalf. Right? There should be someone that is looking at how your life is spiraling out of control as artists man. Because you got a lot of people managing, all they're doing is managing the money. They're not managing the well-being of these people.
Yeah, exactly. That's what she was saying.
But then it also gets to a place where the artists become unmanageable. Because I've also seen that. Where artists get so caught up into it's my money.
That's the point she made. That's the point she said with her when she was going through her alcohol addiction. She said it was easy. When she got to the studio, it wasn't no help or no anything to chill her out. It was alcohol. They knew exactly what she needed. So she can get fucked up and make these records and keep making them money. You know what I'm saying? And all of that stuff. But when she was crying out for help, saying, hey, I need mental help, I'm breaking down.
Right.
No, but you show up and you have my demons in the recording studio when I'm showing up.
Because what happens is success without healing does not help. A lot of them need to heal. Even once they even though their story might be like, the most traumatic parts of them might be the best songs, there should be some help, right? Because we also hear people crying out for help. Like at some part, that should be a part of your contract that you have.
Yes, that's what she said. Exactly.
Counseling. You have to have therapy. You have to keep somebody to help you stay grounded because you
she said for life.
You've never had in your life.
For life.
You need
and she said for life, Trina. That's the thing. Like you said, how you had something way back in the day. She was like, even if you was a one-hit wonder, she said, even being a one-hit wonder, the things that you can go through being a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
And that one hit, that can fuck you up mentally. She was
right, like, because now you wonder what happened. You wondering what happened because what happened that you had that one hit and you don't have the same hit, right? And there are still more hits in you. It just might have been, they might have paid differently. It could have been, you know what I mean? You didn't have the support because your ego got in the way. So cockiness doesn't sell records.
Or you weren't prepared. You weren't socially prepared.
Right.
You weren't prepared. Like Summer Walker, she was not prepared for the industry. She was very closed off, sheltered. Yeah. She was homeless. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was not in social anxiety. She was not ready.
Right. She was an Instagram artist. She was an artist that was comfortable having people love her.
Down low, like if you knew her, you knew her. If you didn't, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? And she was comfortable, but she blew up. And that's the thing when you get in these positions, everybody wants fame and success, especially when you're in a relationship. It's a little different when you're going through a relationship and no one knows, maybe your neighbors, a friend or two, or whoever, because they hear you arguing. But when the whole world knows what you're going through, oh damn, you know I cheated, or she knows I cheated, or they know, or like, you know what I'm saying? We can't even deal with our own thing. I can't even focus on you because I got fucking paparazzi or whatever running behind me asking me questions. He did what? She did what? She fucked who? I didn't even know about, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
like, you know, there's like, this is news to me. You see your whole life on the news or in the shade room or the neighborhood talk, and you be like, wait a minute, that's my man. Like, you know, like, what the fuck?
Well,
who is that bitch?
Since you're speaking about that, we going into that, which is all related to hip hop culture, you know, and it has been, you know, it's been a part of Black culture and other cultures as well, just not Black culture. But, you know, let's get into our topic because you guys are already going there, okay? Because, you know, the theme of today is polyamorous relationships, also known as
parallelogram relationships.
polygamy. For some of you that may not know, is when you engage in multiple romantic relationships, which means you have multiple, you know, boyfriends, girlfriends, or all y'all in relationship together. You know, sometimes it could be one man with 3 chicks, or maybe one girl and 2 men, or all 3 guys, or all 3 women. Just multiple relationships. And so I want to get into this because I know that we're coming out of quarantine. They're talking about, you know, June, things are opening up. I also heard and saw in some news that they were saying that if you've been vaccinated, let me stop.
Vaccinated.
I know how to say it, but I call it vaccination. Okay, if you have been vaccinated, you don't have, and you're outside, you don't have to walk around with the mask. And so it's like, how are you able to tell who's been vaccinated or not vaccinated? So people gonna be like, F it, I'm gonna walk around without no mask, okay? So since certain things are opening up, you know, certain people were booing up, you know, coupling up for the quarantine. Who's gonna be my quarantine boo? Some people was trying to do the online dating and all of that. Some people try to have their little COVID, little menage a trois, whatever. But now that, you know, quarantine is and certain things are opening up, things are changing right now. You know, people are going to be out. I want some poom poom, and I want some sausage, or I want it all. So before
yes, I want it all.
Coupling up, and now people might even couple up even more. So this whole polygamy, I have never experienced myself, but I have been asked to be a part of that before, and that's not my cup of tea. But before I even talk more about myself, I would like to get you guys' input on this topic of the day.
No. Okay, so first of all, it's never been my thing. I think I've probably been tricked into a relationship with some man who already had somebody. They be like, you know, this was when you was younger before I got married. And a woman, you know, you meet a guy and they don't tell you they in a relationship because they want to win you over, right? So they, you know, you get 6 months, you fall in love, and you think this is the one. And now he's like, well, you know, I got to tell you my baby mama, or they got to tell you that, you know, I had a situation. And I'm like, I don't want to be a part of those situations. You know what I'm saying? Because there always seemed to be a line where they didn't communicate, but I see that it works for some people. You know what I mean? Like, well, it doesn't work for me because I've never met 2 mature people. I haven't met mature people like that. Like, first of all, I'm married, so I ain't even going to happen for me in this lifetime unless I'm not married. But I haven't yet to meet. Now, I've seen people talk about how mature they are and it works. And, you know, I seen one woman, she said she go and ask a man, does she share, you know, and she's into polygamy because, you know, she feels that she's enough woman. She think it's very selfish to tie down, you know, like how selfish of you to think that you all one person deserve, you know, like there's a whole way of thinking about it, right? So that's also a way to look at it. Like, you know, at the end of the day, I think I'm more against a person not being honest. Like if you are into open relationships and that's what you're into, because I think what happens is somebody get to sneaking and creeping and the shit get fucked up. You know what I mean? Because somebody lied about what they ain't doing, and then they doing, and then somebody else get, you know. So I've yet to meet a lot of mature people, but there are people that live like that. So, you know, I've learned to what I'm not into, not judge anyone else, because some people are happy living that way. Some people feel that there are You know, they don't care about it like that. Like, that's not that serious. Like, sex is one part of, that's not love. Sex is not love. Sex is sex. So they don't look at it as intimacy to take away from the one person or another. And I guess that's, you know, that's a perspective. And as I get older, I'm learning to allow people to have their perspective. Like, you know, how you do what you do ain't gonna do with what I do, right? You can still be cool, but I have heard people say that they don't need nobody like that. Like, they don't want to be confined to one motherfucker. So they don't want to confine nobody. I've actually met people that say that. So I think it depends on the individual person. Like, you know, I definitely don't have a issue if a man that I'm with feels that he wants. I just want you to be honest about it. Right? If you feel that you want to go and there's somebody out there that you want to sleep with, even my husband, if you felt that woman loves you and deserves you enough, right? Because that's what it's really about. They need to deserve you. Like, if you just fucking to be fucked, what's the point? Right? That person should be added to the family. That's what most polygamy whatever, 4 people or more people get together. It should be building, not just fucking. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it was started in the beginning. Like, if we're going to do this, we are building to help each other grow. Like, they thought that because there's a shortage of men, right? If he procreates with more women, more family, but a woman procreating with 2 men doesn't give, you know, we don't have the seeds. Men have the seeds, so they can actually. So that's what it was really done. It was to really put together to create more of us, right? To create more of our own looking people and a generation of people outside of, you know what I mean? And to be done with respect, right? But they shouldn't be women where one is better than the other. You know, each woman is equal. Each woman has a place that they deserve to be in that relationship, right? Where they all both bring something to make that person better. And he has to be able to afford to have 2 women. Now, you can't just have
that is very true. I think that part, like, not to cut you off, Trina, I think some people don't have that mentality as far as it comes to having a polyamorous polygamy, you know, type of relationship. Like, especially in African culture and things like that. That was
Muslims do it.
Muslims, like, the man was able to take care of the woman. Like, if he's gonna have like 10 wives and 15 children, he's gonna be able to take care of them, right? And so I feel like people in like this modern time, they're missing that point. It's like, I want to have multiple bitches, or I want to have multiple, you know, you know what I mean? So it'd be.
But they missing the reason why you having, like, oh, girls say, oh, I'm having it because one do this, one do that, one do this. But what are you giving those men? So you're taking from them, but you're not depositing anything in them. And I think that's what people forget about relationships. Relationships about depositing each other. It's not about a just take and take. It's a give and take. You give sometimes, they give sometimes, but we both are willing to give so that we both can grow. If we both are not giving, the relationship will never grow.
Right. The relationship would not grow.
And I feel in those situations, especially now modern days, like you said, back then there were specific reasons for it. It wasn't just selfish, or I just can't get enough, or just about sex. Like, if you don't want to seem like a hoe, then you don't have to tell everybody, but you can just go fuck whoever. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when, like you said, people need to learn to be in a relationship with one person before you can expand.
Right, that part.
Other people. Like you said, the first thing, because here's the thing. Let's say it's 3 wives, right, and 1 man. Let's say his name's Patrick. Patrick is on the roof being a man and falls off the roof. Now Patrick can't be a man no more. So now who steps up? You know what I'm saying? In a relationship. Right. Now you have 3 women. I don't think people think about that. You have to think about how, what, and where, what's going to happen when those situations happen. And then 2, can we normalize women having multiple men? All the time, I feel it's a fetishized thing. You said what?
I said I agree with you. Like, let's normalize women that like to have multiple men, or women that like to have multiple women, because it has been this whole thing about, dude having a whole bunch of bitches, right? And so that part is the normal. That part is like a regular thing. Even when little boys are growing up, they say, how many girlfriends you have? You know what I mean? They're not telling the little girls, how many boyfriends do you have? They're like, where's your baby doll?
Let's give it up to Trina. Let's give it up to Trina, bitch. Fuck by 5, 6 best friends. Trina was all about it. Trina was about having niggas, bitch.
Yeah,
no, bitch. I'm not gonna be a groupie. Y'all niggas gonna be the groupie. Y'all niggas about to be the groupie.
Trina, girl, now
I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, Trina. I was like, what? I left for 5 minutes and came back. I was a hood rat.
No. But that's why a lot of women
I'm talking about Diamond Princess, the baddest bitch.
Oh wait, first of all, I just realized your wine glass is all in one. I didn't realize when you say I just pour when I could just sip.
Oh yeah. It's just, you know.
That's a problem. That means you're drinking a whole fucking bottle this a whole bottle.
It's called what you have to like contain yourself. Like this is a challenge. Just like try not to drink it like it's one glass of wine. That's the challenge.
Try not to drink it like it's one glass of wine. How are you gonna be able to drink something that has I'm gonna drink that like I'm gonna drink it like it's if I have a wine.
But that's the challenge. You have to learn to control. Yamina, we have to learn to control ourselves.
So what? So when it comes through, like it just doesn't guzzle through, right? There's like a little loophole that it comes through.
No, it's a big asshole.
Oh, so then you really drinking out the bottle? When you drinking out the bottle?
You're drinking out the bottle. It depends on how you pour. The farther you pull back, the more it pours.
Okay. All right, I heard that. Well,
liquid therapy.
Liquid therapy. Okay, I think that's cute. Liquid therapy. Okay, I heard that. But exactly. What you were talking about with your point, Apollo.
Yeah. So basically, like what I was saying with the parallelogram relationships, like
polygamy.
Polyamorous relationships. We have like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, normalizing women having multiple men, but also, like I said, what are those roles? I've been introduced to that, not done it, but it's been a thing because I deal with guys that are more, maybe they still bisexual or they, you know, whatever. They've been like, well, can I have? No, you can't, because I can see how it can be done based off. Now, when it comes to raising a child, I can see how some people go in that perspective, like, well, she's here, she'll be, you know, the mother, and we'll just have this, you know, connected, because some guys tell me like, I still want a woman in the picture. You know what I'm saying? To do certain things that, you know, there's certain things that, especially when having a daughter.
Have you ever encountered that where you met a man that had a woman that the woman was okay with him having a man?
Yes.
Wait, say it again. So a relationship.
I was asking him, has he ever dated a man that was bisexual that had a woman that was okay with him seeing another man?
She was okay with him, with her man sleeping with another man.
Right.
Yeah.
I do know some
women who, it's a lot. Surprisingly, it's a lot of women. It's interesting. They be more into it than their man is. Because for them, they get off on seeing their man, whether it's him being, you know, emasculated or emasculating another man. That's from the woman's psyche. That's what they get off from, seeing like, yeah, you tough, but you over here getting fucked by this nigga, like, you know. So, and that turns them on.
Well, I also know there are women who have dated bisexual men, and they knew that their man was bisexual, but they thought that being with them or marrying them, that they would just be about them. They wasn't necessarily open with them sleeping with other people, but their thing is like, I accept that you're a bisexual person, but I know that you're just with me. You know what I mean? So if you know that your partner is bisexual and they're just going to be committed to you, what are you going to do to scratch that itch for them? Because obviously, if they like the same sex and the opposite sex, there's something that they're getting from the other that they're not getting from you. So
I want to answer. No, I'm raising my hand. I'm raising my hand.
Raise your hand, Apollo, because because I know there's a lot of undercover brothers that haven't came out, but they wife know or they go.
Gotta answer this one, Apollo. You gotta answer this one because I don't know the answer. Go ahead.
So basically, this is, I guess, and this is for, I guess, across the board for everyone. no matter who you're with, you're always getting something that you're never gonna get if you stay with one person, period. Like I always tell dudes, I love dudes that's 6'10" and up. But if you 5'1" and I'm in love with you, I'm in love with you. So what am I gonna do? You could never give me that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You will never, or if I like, hey, women deal with this all the time. I'm in love with you, but your dick look like a Vienna sausage. But do you deal with it? Do you stay with him? Why? Because you're in love with him. You will never get the 12, 13-inch ding dong ever again unless you buy it.
But if you like dick and you getting pussy, that ain't the same, because if you just go.
But no, it is. What if you with a girl and you like fucking a girl in the ass, but you with the one you married doesn't do anal? You still not getting something. And there's a lot of women don't suck dick. It's a lot of men do not eat pussy. They don't give a damn how good it smells. They not eating it. You know, so there's just, it's always going to be something. I think when we get out of the fact that it's about a whole different sex, yes, but if you just want to feel something in your ass, that's why there are women who do that. That's why there are men who like their women to strap up on them. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're just craving masculine energy, then that is something that they can't scratch. But like I said, you might fall in love with a man who ain't a thug. I want a thug, but I got Wall Street. I will never get to choke me up, slap me up. He just can't do it. Even when he does, it's corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're always not gonna get something, no matter who you're with.
You just gonna have
so you have to decide how important is that to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to be like, well, is this important? I prefer double D's, but baby got Hershey Kisses. Right. So it's like, but I can't, you know what? When I see them Hershey Kisses, I'm gobbling them up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I prefer this, but when I see her, she's everything. So that's just how I look at it. When people think, oh, because I used to feel the same way. Well, damn, like, you know, I'm not a girl, so you're going to be craving that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You could be craving a whole nother nigga that ain't even me. Like, you know, so I can't be worried about her.
Right. And I agree with you. However, with this polygamy relationship, I think that whatever you like, if your partner, there has to be a conversation with that. Like, people who are in polygamous relationship that don't even know that they're in there, and that's a problem, right? And that's, I think, a problem. That
at least give me a choice. Let me decide if I want to be in the parallelogram with you.
Right. If you want to have a parallelogram with you, polyamorous relationship.
Let me let you know if I want to be in this 5-way relationship. No, seriously. But you know what's so weird about it? It's like, you know, when you talk about it, people are so, I think we are in such a fucked up society in the 21st century where people are so opinionated about how your life is supposed to be, right? And social media has given like little trolls opportunity to be, what is it? I like to call them internet bullies. Because they would never say that shit in your face. They would never roll up on you and, like, you know, meet you where the fuck they say and be like, yeah, you do it. But they want to tell you their opinion. I think even with this vaccination, or what did you call it, the Vaccination. Whatever it is. The fact that people get offended because they got it and you don't have it. Like, now they look, I had one lady tell me today, and I'm looking at this heifer, like, she told me she's a trainer. Now, mind you, her body didn't look like how I want my body to look, so we are not the same. But she was gonna tell me, she told me, she said, hey girl, did you get your shot? And I said, no, I'm good. I mean, I don't really need it. She said, oh, I'm just surprised. I would thought you got it. And because she has hers, right? And I'm saying, well, why would you think I got it? Because, you know, the industry you're in. I said, well, no, I'm safe. I'm CMOS. I mean, you know, I think I had it back in November. At this point, I think I have immunity. So then she gonna say to me, well, I've decided, I told my clients that if you don't get the shot, I won't be working you out. And I looked at her and said, well, I'm glad I ain't one of your clients.
Right.
Yeah. Like, people don't realize, like, what worked for you. And then she goes, well, you know, you younger and I'm older. So, you know what? Let me just say this to be clear. So, you know, I say, because had they told me that it can prevent me from catching COVID, maybe I'd think about it. But to know that I got the same chances that you got, I'm good. at this point, because at the end of the day, if that's my way to go, that's gonna be my way to go. Like, I'm not rushing for some shit because they giving it out for free and because they telling everybody to get it. That doesn't make me feel comfortable. I know several people that have died and got blood clots and all kind of shit that's wrong with them today, and I got this damn COVID shot. And for those reasons, I don't want it. And for those reasons, because it doesn't feel right in my spirit, but people are so adamant about what you should do with your body, and like you like they might be the one carrying the shit. Now they didn't got the shot. They're not even thinking about it. Like, your ass might be the one that could give it to me, because you got the shot. You walking around icebox for the motherfucker.
It's the entitlement. People try to find a moment to make someone else, and it's not even about us, it's about them. They need a moment because they probably never feel special or great or.
But how do you feel great? You took something that you took it because they told you. You don't even know what the fuck you took. You don't even know if it's real that you took some shit. You don't know if they shot you up with some shit to track you. You don't know.
Right.
It was her moment. It was her moment to feel bougie. Oh, I'm vaccinated for the next 6 months. Like, girl, 6 months.
Right, and look, and then
months,
that
girl,
part,
you vaccinated for the next 6 possible months.
I forgot to even hit her with that part. Oh, bitch, for 6 months you good? Well, I take my 6 month break, okay? And if 6 months,
girl,
you know, but the way you looking, I'm quite sure the shot wasn't gonna fuck you up. You look like you could take any shot.
Ooh, child. Oh, you
girl.
did.
Girl,
that's
COVID looked at you and went. COVID looked at you and went the other way.
Listen, I got real for my own reasons. So what you do and what I do is what we're not gonna ever be the same. Just understand that.
Period.
And it's like, here's the thing: you should be. Have you gotten your HPV shot?
And then not only that, if you got your shot,
that's what you should do.
How about you stay your 6 feet
away? Girl,
and
since we're talking about medical things, what all the shots have you got?
And now that I heard this since the whole quarantine, there's so many different versions of chlamydia now or something like that. So that's
super gonorrhea, girl. It's a bunch of things, girl. Now all the other STDs was like, girl, we're not winning. Corona is showing out. Like, it's so big.
Corona is showing out, and I don't got my fanny.
Let me just say this to you. That is one of the reasons I won't be. You know, that's one of the reasons I got married, because I don't want to be in a polyamorous. Look, no, a polygamy, a polygamous, or whatever it is. I don't want
parallelogram.
I don't want to be in nothing more than.
Look, I've been in a situation where someone tried to pull one on me, right? And I don't know if they thought that I was like naive, you know, or whatever the fuck it was, but they definitely tried to like try to sell it to me like it was cool. And I was like, no, you know, they already had a situation going on. They was really trying to hide that shit from me, and they wanted to see if I was about that life. You know, sometimes I'll even like, you know, I definitely won't go through with it, but I also wanted to see how he thought I was.
That's a Scorpio thing. We'll dive deep with you, and we'll be like, okay, too much. I'm swimming back up now. Like, yeah, we'll leave your ass down there in the dump.
Leave your ass there. You know what I mean?
But we were deaf because we're curious. We're curious, though. We want to know just how fucking in depth are you going to go. We'll even encourage it a little bit.
Right. We'll even encourage. Just to see, you know, and homie really was trying to get me to, you know, have this like threesome relationship with them. And I was like, you got me effed up, player.
And you like, this bitch ain't even cute.
No,
she's not even cute.
Look, I'm a Scorpio. I don't share. Okay, I mean.
Well, how do you deal with that? Okay, so how, like, okay, they done brought somebody in, you a bad bitch or whatever, and then they bring in Humpty Dumpty, and you over here looking like,
right.
And it's like, but that could be the thing. That might be his other type. He got more than one type. How do you deal with that? He might like you sophisticated, and then the other chick he brought in, she's something different. She ratchet as hell.
And like
and you looking at him, and you want us to lay in the bed together? Ew, she got
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how you supposed to do with that? Or different cultures. How do we deal with that?
Right.
You didn't know little Miss Little Susie had a whole
And see, you know
Child,
what?
racist.
The messed up part about it now is that we're in a society where, like, you know, so many women are like, I'm open to whatever. I ain't open to whatever, bitch. I ain't into it.
I ain't into that shit.
They're open to whatever because they feel they're never gonna get anything. And that's just people, period. So I get it. It's like, well, I'm willing to just take anything, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful,
Look,
whatever.
no.
You said you ain't taking the good, the bad, and ugly.
Let me tell you something. I think I'm a once in a lifetime motherfucking experience.
I heard the fuck out of
There's
that.
not room for more. If you got time for more, you mean you got time to make me more happy. So at this point,
figure out how to keep me stimulated. You know what I mean? How you keep me stimulated.
Once in a lifetime.
When I tell you, if you got more, honey, that means we got more road to travel together. I hear that.
I have been raised by the best. I had the kind of mother that taught me how to love unconditionally. So I always know what that looks like. I know how to cook real good. I'm a builder. I know how to help. When you apply yourself, then I can help. But I can't help you if you ain't helping yourself now. I'm definitely not going to do it for you.
Right.
But I am going to help you help yourself.
Help you help yourself.
Right. Because I believe in it. Right. Because I'll start it, but you got to finish it because it's your shit. I got my own dreams. And that's being real. The reality is we are all sent here to live our own dreams. When you meet a helpmate, they're there to help you. They're not to do it for you because then you miss the fucking step.
Right.
And that's the reality of life. If someone really loves you, they're going to make you do it so you know how to do it. That's the greatest gift is knowledge. Don't love me and don't teach me nothing. Teach me how to fish, motherfucker. Teach me how to fin. So if you leave tomorrow, I can fish. That is what life is about. That's what love really looks like. Like, I love you enough that I want you to win. I love you enough that I want you to see the world. There's a whole world out here. America is one piece of the world. America is 50 fucking states.
Yeah.
So if you really want to be real, right? If we really want to talk about leveling up and loving each other, what we saw Russell and Ciara do.
Oh God. Please don't. Oh man, every time. And she is Scorpio too. I'll be like, Ciara, you took my life. Like
she did. No, she didn't know what she did. You know what she did? She showed every woman you can start out with a thug, but get you a real man.
You can start out with the thug, get you a real man.
That's what she showed. That's what she showed. She said, you don't have, but don't waste time. Also, because what happened was she realized who she was in that moment. It was either now or never. And a lot of times we be waiting to be like, well, I'm sure because because Russell wasn't thuggish. He was a whole cornball when we saw him before. Everybody was like, how is this shit gonna work? Because he's corny as hell. We didn't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was cute but corny. He dated white girls. Let's keep it real. He was not somebody.
Of course. Yeah, I need a little.
And don't get me wrong, I like white girls, but we just knew how his vibe was not somebody. We was like, oh, Russell Wilson, no black black women.
Yeah. Don't sleep on the cornball. Don't sleep on the cornball and the nerds.
But look, I've dated cornballs too. You know that can be a little boring. I still need a little someone who used to got a little. You know what I mean? For me,
but he wasn't what we knew. Is just we didn't get to know him. Right. Once they got together, we got to see his funny side, him as a man, how he took her son and became an instant father. Like, that's what made me love this man. I was like, this is a man. Like, Russell, you the shit, bro. Like, you the shit, bro. Like, I became a Russell Wilson fan. Like, and any day I was like, yo, if I ever meet him, I'm gonna be like, yo, you the shit, bro. Like, I ain't gonna front. I don't even watch football. So when I saw you, I was like, hey, cute, all right, cute, got good hair. But when I saw how he treated her son and how he stepped up and became a man, an instant father figure, an instant mentor, an instant big brother, I was like, you know what? Russell was on. I think Seahawks was the shit. Like, I didn't even like the Seahawks, but I thought what he did for her and gave her that Cinderella story because she deserved it. as a woman in this industry, being beautiful but being hurt by Bow Wow. Okay, because she dated two little creepy people. She had Bow Wow, you know, he was cute, but he was raggedy as hell. Bow Wow was raggedy. He was a young star. So he was a little raggedy and cocky. So she had that shit first, and she was already beautiful and trying to find her way. And then she went from him to Future, and that was like two whammies without a break, right?
You mean she went to the past?
Right, that's what I'm saying. But she went from Baby Bow Wow to Future, and it was like, well, damn, I thought this was my future, and it's really like a fucking nightmare. Like, I don't know how this happened. Right. And so then for her to have the Cinderella story which I thought was beautiful, because she met somebody to balance her out, but also somebody she can build with. Like, they're doing some great humanitarian things, which I think are phenomenal.
Yeah, they are.
And that's
she manifested that for sure.
And that's what I appreciate too, the building, because I feel like this is, as people, especially as Black people and Black family and Black relationships, and just getting in a relationship with anybody, whether if it's a polygamy or a monogamous or whatever, like, why are you in this relationship? You know, are you in a polyamorous relationship because you want to have sex with multiple people? Are you in a polyamorous relationship because you want to build with them? And I feel like a lot of times it's wrapped around sex. You know,
I think it depends on if they're really living the lifestyle, or they're living just the way it is in the for a real reason, right? Like, there are some people that live it and they honor what it stands for. Like, we're builders and we are applying, and somebody's teaching the kids, and we are two women that we both love each other, because they call each other like sister wives and all the other shit. Like, all the other shit they like.
Portion of that.
No, it's a big portion. We just don't know because we're not in that world.
True.
So
where's the brother husbands? I'm just wondering where the brother husbands at. We got the sister wives. Where the brother husbands?
Where the brother husbands at?
Well, you know why they don't really feel how that works? Because I just explained it to you. They get into the reason you're supposed to get into this relationship is because the man can produce seeds, and and the women can only carry, you know, so many babies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't produce a family. Like, he can produce multiple children. So you can produce multiple seeds. A woman can't do that, but so many cycles. You know what I mean? She got to go through every 9 months. So that's what it was really about, was to create villages, right? Like, you know, if I can create villages, I can make my own village, or I can create, you know, my own, you know, to create, you know, like a lot of us, right? To have more people to work and whatever else they needed to do back then.
Right.
Like, Africans do it because, like I said, it's also because the man can afford to take care of them. You don't just have these wives laying around and you ain't nobody eating and they're starving.
Sausage. Ain't nobody got time for that.
So I'm wondering, how does that apply to 2021 in America? I guess that's my thing with some of the relationships that we're talking about.
There are some places, even if you look it up online, there are some sites that they're recruiting people because that's how they live. And they, like I said, it's this girl I saw on Instagram. I'm gonna DM you her name, and maybe we can have her.
I'm really curious.
We can have her on the show and we can talk about it. Yeah, because she believes that it's very selfish for, you know, she said, I think it's very selfish of me to think that one man just want my pussy. Like, that's just very selfish. Like, she just was very open, and she feels that, you know, she has enough love for herself that it's not deflecting from her, because that's what he wants to do, right? He should be like, and he gets one chance in life, and you just gonna have one piece of pussy your whole life. That's kind of fucked up.
But what if he finds someone? What if she found someone that did only want her though? Then what would she do? Well, that's what I'm wondering, because she's basing it still off of.
What'd you say, Apollo?
Well, I was saying, what would happen though if she found a man that did only want her? That's what I'm like. So then, because I feel like she's still allowing that man or whoever she
But you have some people,
she's not giving them that benefit of the doubt.
Apollo, you have some people who don't want to settle down like that. There are some people in the world, and to be honest, they are not good relationship people. And they realize that about themselves. And I respect them motherfucking people. I talk about them people in my motherfucking comedy. Like, you know, your ass don't like people longer than 6 months. You're not a relationship person. Seriously. No, seriously. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Serious bullshit alone. Like, let me tell you something. It's time for you to be real. Use a 3-month, 6-month relationship, motherfucker. Past 6 months, you can't stand them motherfuckers. You don't even, they breath hot. Every time you see them, they skin make you crawl. Cause that's who the fuck you are. You tired. They getting on you, they boring, you know? You did the same shit. You need spontaneous. You looking for something new. And so now you get the itch. And now they make you mad for the littlest thing. Motherfucker just ask you how you doing. Motherfucker, how you think I'm doing? You right here with me? So there are some zodiacs that are truly not for relationships until they get older.
Which one would you say? Zodiac?
My bad, Aquarius is my bad.
Aquarius.
I'm not, listen, it ain't just one because I haven't experienced, it just, I'm not going to be biased. I just know I heard the one young lady I heard, she was a Sagittarius. So I don't know if all Sagittarius are like that, but she was particularly like, I ain't really like, maybe because she feel like that right now. Like she's 30, maybe almost 40, so I don't know, but she's a beautiful girl. But she was just like, she's very open about who she is, and she just feels that you sleeping with somebody has nothing to do with you loving her, right? And I think that's a dope way to be. Like it doesn't really, right? Like that's kind of fly to get to that level. I said, bitch, that you some real grown woman right there. That's some real grown woman shit. Because you thought on me, I'm gonna fuck you up. So I was just like, I wasn't ready for it, but she
Trina over there thinking, bitch, I wish you would, nigga. Like,
I wish you would go up to my nigga asking him, does she share? No, bitch, we don't share unless you sharing bills. Okay. Unless you paying for trips for us. Now let me tell you what I do share. Trips for us.
Trips for us.
Okay. I like spa treatments for us. Now if you coming in here like Oprah, maybe I'll share. But I'm not sharing with a bitch, we sharing money. I ain't got enough right now. We ain't got enough for you.
Right.
Fuck out of here. He ain't Mustafa. He ain't Moo my style. Or whoever the fuck that man, the richest man in America. He not that dude, boo.
Look, for me, this is what.
Let me just say this to you. Let's be real clear. If I was to ever be in one of the relationships, I would be on the other side of town on my yacht, on my motherfucking island, doing my motherfucking thing. I don't give a fuck what y'all do when I'm not here. When I come home, bye.
Well, I feel you on that. Me, that's not my thing. You know what I mean? Because I don't like to share, and vagina is a serious thing, So me can't.
So what happens when? That's what I'm like. I'll be like, okay. I just be wondering, like I said, it's so many things. Like, okay, for instance, dinner. What if none of these girls can cook? Then what?
He can. And he gonna be cooking.
That part.
Are we always ordering out? Or what if only one can cook? Is she always having to cook for everybody? Like, it's like.
But that's how it works. Listen, that's how it works in a lot of African families. They either take turns cooking, or there's one that cooks really well, so she cooks. And then there's one that's a teacher, so she teaches the children. And then there's one and they all get their turn with the king, but and they all realize like
they turn with the king, child.
They all get their turn with the king, and that's how it works. And they're good with it though. African people are really good with it. Like they be knowing that I'm the second wife. I am wife 3. I am number 4.
I'm just laughing because I'm just thinking about, how when you go to church and you always have that one, like, old, like, mother of the church, like you love her, but she always get that one Sunday when she want to sing a solo and everybody knows that it's going to be awful, but y'all just clap, y'all give her praise. That's what I be thinking about cooking. What if it's like he want everybody to cook and you got that one wife, everyone knows she can't cook, but she still has to have her turn.
Well, I think what they would do is they would tell her what the fuck they want her to cook. Like, you know what? You can't mess this up. And
I guess I just think about stuff like that.
As good wives, they would help her to make sure she don't fuck up the food. Because ain't nobody got time to be wasting no money.
Right.
See, that shit ain't happening. That's not happening in America. That is not going down.
Africans don't play with money when it comes to food. And Jamaicans, they will make a meal out of nothing. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about any other islands, but those
I'm thinking about in
were
America
Let me
though.
say, and
I'm
they
just
make
trying to
some
figure
good
out how it
food. Let me
works
just say this
here.
to you: they know how to make a lot with a little bit, and that should be good.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I be like, America, we're so different over here. Because I be really trying to understand.
They wasn't reading. You know, their slavery told people not to read, and they lazy. America has made us very lazy.
I don't agree with that.
No, America has made us very lazy with how we have been taught lately. America has definitely slacked off of what we have used to. Like, they took a lot of things that we had, like home economics, wood shop, like just a lot of things that kids had to do hands-on, and they gave them computers. And computers make people not actually read as much. People will Google like a motherfucker before they would read the manual.
I think that's across the United States. I don't
No,
think
not in China. Not in some of them other countries.
I'm just talking about in the United States. In the United States of America, that laziness does not just apply to the Black community.
I didn't say Black community. I said America.
Right. But what I'm saying is we're talking about Africans and Caribbeans. They always label us Black Americans as lazy. So I like to be very clear, like, African Americans are not lazy because people will not be in this country.
No, I'm not saying it in that place. I would never say it in that context. I'm saying as far as what we've been given, right? What the knowledge that we do know, we have been very complex as far as that. The parents before us, like our generation, maybe your generation, because you came right after me, was not in a far of feeling like entitlement. You know, somebody worked hard for the things that you have, so you're grateful and you work hard to maintain your family's legacy and respect for your parents of who they are. A lot of people don't care about their parents' legacy. A lot of people don't.
Yeah, the new generation. That's very. It's very true. They don't they don't feel an obligation to give back to their parents.
I definitely feel the Mohegans though, like the '80s babies. I feel like we are like the ones that came before us. I mean, it was rough for the ones that came before us. You know what I mean? But I feel like we are the transitional era because we still have to do arithmetic with the pencil. And then we also had the scientific calculator.
I would say after the 90s. I say anything after 92. The 90s got it. 92. The 90s
babies, I mean, they cool, you know, but
But they still had to add. They didn't have a lot of the computer stuff right away. Like they didn't get cell phones right away. They had the two-way pages. Like they grew up through that whole era. Like my baby was born in 92. So she grew up with some of that stuff was still coming. Like they didn't have computers when she first came. When the first computers they had was those big ass computers with the monitors. I mean, like, you know, the real big old, white ones. They only came in white.
But I just feel like with 90s babies, people had the cell phone, whether you have it or not. I feel like with 80s babies,
they had those big phones look like the phone company phone.
I had one of those. I had one of those in my 8th grade.
The flip phone came out in the late 90s. I'm talking about the early 90s. Like you came out in the late 80 what year?
I ain't telling my age. I'm in
you say 80s, whether it be 87, 88, whatever.
But not late 80s.
I'm 85. I'm 85 and I'm 35 and I look good, bitch. Y'all wouldn't know if I would have told you.
But look, whatever it is so far.
I still play if I need to, but if I guess like
you say you still play what?
Who?
You say you still play what age?
Oh, I still be doing, I still be auditioning for my Disney stuff. So people need to know. I still be playing 15, child. Okay.
I know you. That's right. You a thick 15. You like I'm just used to
fucking 15. Okay, you see this face?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Let me shave. I'm gonna be all over Disney booking, bitch. All I need to do is shave. That's it.
Well, let me just say this to you. I'm gonna just say late 80s or whatever, early 80s. The early 90s got it. After 93, 94 it got weird. After Tupac died. Whenever Tupac died, it got right. Whenever Tupac left is when the world changed.
True. True, but I feel that for the 80s babies, we saw y'all in high school, we saw what y'all were doing in high school.
Right.
The 90s babies didn't see what y'all homies was doing in high school when they had the metal detectors and all that shit.
No, they didn't get to see all that.
Didn't see that. Our group, we got to see that. Okay,
Right.
we got to see when it was parent.
And remember the bomb threats?
I remember.
Remember bomb threats?
I remember that.
And when Luke came out, they had to put the parental advisor on the music and shit.
Yes, I remember when Luke came out. Luke had everybody shaking their ass.
You feel me? Even before like Doodoo Brown and all that shit, like we saw y'all.
And why were we dancing to Doodoo Brown? Just please tell me that Doodoo Brown. Please tell me why we were dancing to that. Doodoo Brown, Doodoo Brown. Like, come on now. Why was we Doodoo Brown?
Because it was wild.
I never really thought about that. Now when I think about it, the name is disgusting.
Doodoo Brown, I just said we used to go off to that shit and be happy.
Doodoo Brown. Wow.
Doodoo Brown, like and
Doodoo Brown.
What does that mean though? I
wanna. You get on top of the speaker, and all you see.
Hey, we want some pussy. Hey, we want some pussy. Doodoo Brown. Doodoo Brown.
I was little watching y'all wild ass. Okay, y'all generation was wild. The 40s to hitting 50s. Wow. Okay. That's the original ratchet, okay? Because my cousins and my aunties was in that, and they was showing us how to dance the boys to men and how to shake
doing the butt. Wait a minute. Oh, doing the butt. Hey.
Right? And then we had Shabba Ranks and all of them at that time, you know what I mean? Like the reggae scene, hey.
And the go-go scene.
And the go-go scene, definitely the go-go scene, man.
So, let's wrap it up with, as we said before, like, we come from different generations and there's certain things that, the new generation is not doing with the older generation. There's certain things that we have to work for and certain things that they do not. And there's certain things that they saw that we lacked in that they're trying to pick up on. You know what I mean? Some people don't want to get married because they feel like there's a high divorce rate. You know what I mean? So we got to put all of those things in our minds so we understand how we think. But the main thing, as we all said, if we're going to have a polyamorous polygamy relationship, the main thing is to communicate. Don't
communicate.
Polyamorous
and
relationship.
Be honest.
And be honest. Be honest. Be honest with your poom poom, with your dicky. Be honest with that. Because now, we still in COVID, so we just need to keep it the honest way. You feel what I'm saying?
Give people a choice. Sometimes people's decision will not be what you think it would be.
And especially if they got killer gonorrheas and shit going on here right now.
Ooh, we ain't got time for that. All right, y'all. So, we're gonna
on that note,
Trina, and keep it cute. So you guys know where you can find us. You know where you can find us. You can follow Trina Be Real on the gram. Follow Trina Be Real. She also has her show, One Dope Chick That Didn't Quit. So follow Trina Be Real.
And I have a show May 7th in Queens Village, New York, with a lot of people
from Shout out to Queens.
Hey. Yes, if you guys want to get your laugh on, you won't have to be in my bedroom or my living room. You can see me live and in person, baby. You can see I'm real, like I look, baby, delicious.
All right.
And
then we have Apollo Sadiq. You have any announcement you want to make real quick? Because we count down these.
The Ghetto Stiletto line will be coming out soon. This is one of the shirts right here. This is the After Hours collection that I'm wearing right now. So just be on the lookout. You got Yamina's up in there. She was one of my models for my photo shoot, and we got some other heat coming out too with Yamina. So y'all just stay tuned. We're gonna be having some bomb ass, videos and stuff like that coming out. So all right, Yamina, your turn.
All right, we keeping it cute. Y'all know where it's at. We're here every Wednesday, 6 to 9. That means 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm your girl, Yamina LaJean. This is where you can go if you want to watch your past episodes. It's on YouTube. It's on the website. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we are out. Ciao.
Peace.